recording, and we'll see whether we can join this in time. Damn it!
You should really set it up so that it just goes to the form of payment that you prefer.
I don't think there's a way to do that.
Huh. I mean, Magic has a terrible interface?
Yes.
Huh. Weird.
I wonder if there is a way to do that.
You'd think there would be. I mean, it would be a simple thing to do. Have a preferences file that says, this is my boot order for.
Right. Personal settings. Probably giving away way too much personal information in here somewhere.
And they really shouldn't list your password open like that. That's terrible design.
Seems like a mistake. Do we want big card? Yes. Display and sound. Disable. Enable colorblind features. Use.
Yeah. Enable colorblind features. Whatever.
I wonder if when I go into that, I mean...
See, the funny thing is that if Magic just ran or you had developed a browser-based setup, then I might actually play. But I have a Windows 8 machine.
And it still won't.
No, not last I tried. Still can't play.
Right. And I didn't play for several years because the only thing I had was a Mac.
And if it was a browser-based thing, then people on Linux could frickin' play. And with some of the games I see kids playing at the library, I know that it's impossible.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's people who are in charge of it making a lot of bad decisions.
Because, they don't want to make money. Because, the real key of it is, this should be playable on a phone.
Right. Oh, yeah. Certainly an iPad, which Duel of the Planeswalkers is. And yes, it's not to the level of complexity that Magic Online is, but it's still card gameplay, which you should be able to...
Yeah. No, it should be that it's like, there are gestures for blow up this card. You might have to have it be that they extend how long drafts go, where during the drafting phase, you have an extra 30 seconds overall, so that you have enough time to go through each card if you don't know what they are, because otherwise, you can only look at one card at a time.
Right. Or the card's the whole screen.
Well, no, and
you're just thumbing through it like you would with a pack.
That would work really well.
And
then, I want this one.
Flick it off upward.
There's no this. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Then it would be much more like actually drafting.
Yeah.
Because no one lays out all of the cards. You just
because otherwise people see them.
Right.
You don't want people to see them. Dear Magic, get on this. Chop, chop.
But instead, they're going to give us a client that no one wants, and probably immediately start working on another client, if they haven't already, that also no one wants. But one day, they'll go back to the original Magic Online, where they had the avatar animations. You could look at the tables and just see your avatar sitting across from their avatar.
I remember that.
Some of them were juggling.
Good God, that must have been 13 years ago.
Yeah, probably was.
I remember you playing on my computer in the house when we lived together.
And that was right when Magic Online launched. Whatever, if it's been 12 years, 13 years, however long it's been around.
It's Magic the Gathering 40th anniversary. That doesn't even make sense.
No, but they did just celebrate their 20th.
Oh, there we go. So apparently, oh, okay, I was going to say, the 8th person doesn't want to join.
Okay.
The Colossus of Bacchus March. See if anybody gets that joke. I don't think anyone will.
Hit up the comments section if you do.
No, oh man, if you get that joke, which actually Top Deck King might, because he's Australian.
Mm-hmm.
But I may have mispronounced it. It's always hard to understand what they were saying. But anyway, what are we going to take, John?
Magma Jet's the removal, but it's in red, which is kind of a bad color. Baleful.
Wow, Scry 2 from 2 damage.
Colossus. I mean, can be. You have to be playing a pretty controlling deck that goes late. Probably take Magma Jet.
Yeah.
That was a very weak first pack. Okay, so here...
Wow, Insatiable Harpy.
Insatiable Harpy. Horizon Scholars, decent. Observant, Alcy. Death Bellow Raider or the Minotaur. Skull Cleaver could be okay. Insatiable Harpy's probably most upside, but it's also pretty strong commitment to...
I say we go with the Death Bellow Raider. I would also be willing to go with Rage of Perforos.
Okay.
But I say, in as much as we can, let's cut red hard. And of course, then we get a pack with one red card that is
right.
Not terrible, I guess.
From here, I almost would say go with Read the Bones. This has a black regeneration.
Sure.
And red black Minotaurs is a deck. And
it is a deck.
It's not the best.
Anything is a deck.
Well, no.
You can make anything into a deck.
Yes, you can make anything into a deck. But red black Minotaurs can be super aggressive. It can be an awesome deck.
Huh, another Harpy there.
Yep. We could take that. We could
probably take the Sip of Hemlock.
We could take Sip of Hemlock. Any of the three would be.
I would say they're either Sip or Insatiable Harpy.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same place. I think I want Harpy.
Okay.
And then we can take the Sip here, probably. Disciple's good also.
But we know that we're going to need more removal.
Yeah. And if we're an aggro deck, Disciple isn't great.
I drink what?
Well, this card makes me think we're aggressive.
Yeah.
So that Disciple is like a 1/3 guy. He's totally defensive. He's totally controlling. Very demanding, controlling card. And Harpy's kind of in between. You can swing it back in your favor if you're losing. So this would be kind of the quintessential question of aggro versus control, in that this is going to be great late game, making something intimidate and giving it a buff. This is you're racing to their death.
Wild Celebrants.
And that is a card.
Yep, that exists all right.
Yep. Pretty sure that's there. Maybe this, in that if you can get a bestow creature on a lifelinker, get him up to like a 4/4 with intimidate.
Sure.
You could see us kind of coming back from a pretty big deficit with that. And I'm assuming that we're going to be losing badly. Okay. Griptide's the best card there. Disciple would be the best on color card. Would be the best to get people to avoid going black.
Okay.
Which is probably what we want to do. And here, I think I'm going to take the Wave Crash Triton just because it's annoying. We also haven't picked up much red after those first 2 packs, so black-blue's a thing.
With that card?
Mm-hmm. That card's actually much better in black-blue because it's black-blue normally goes control and late game, and it's a 1/4 wall until you lock down something.
Well, apparently someone behind or in front of us, or maybe behind us, is having much harder time choosing than we have been.
Yes.
Apparently they have gotten better packs than we have, John.
Well, or, because we have 8 picks, so this next one is the pack we opened to begin with. Maybe by the time it got around to them, there truly was not a single playable pick.
It's rough.
Which is kind of where we're at right now.
Probably either the Anvil Raptor.
Yeah, I think the Raptor.
Okay. Or the loathsome Cataplopolis.
Scourge Mark versus... it's kind of a tough one. I think maybe this one.
Well, we need something to target the
Triton if we end up playing it. Ray of Dissolution is the only one of those cards that ever sees play. Okay, good thing out of this is that opening pack 2, we can really go into...
We got lots of options.
Yeah, we can go into any color to pair with black. We do not have to be limited by the cards we've already picked because we don't have
anything.
Much.
Anything. We have nothing.
We have a Magma Jet.
We pretty much did not pick anything out of the first pack.
We have a Magma Jet, which was the best card in the first pack.
Oh, that's fair enough.
It was a terrible pack. So I'm sure we're going to get
it's Theros, so, you know, they're all terrible packs.
Oh, and we get a land.
Temple of Misery.
That's about right. Okay, so...
wow, there's nothing in black or red in this pack.
Right. This may have, in fact, been worse than our first pack. We could take the Temple of Misery, thinking that maybe we're playing 3 colors and blue and green could be them. We could take the Mender. So if we do end up seeing some green, we could move into it. It's combos with black, bring back a creature. I mean, it's a pretty good card. We could go...
Take whatever you like, man. I mean, there's nothing here.
Yeah. There's stuff in green. There's Time to Feed, Mender, Horizon.
Oh, there's tons of green.
Yeah.
And there's some blue. I mean, no, if you were playing blue or green, it's a great pack.
Okay. So here...
Mogwai's Marauder. Let's see.
Here,
probably the Ill-Tempered Colossus, right?
Well,
I guess we could take the Ordeal.
The Ordeal, but we're not really aggressive. That's better in an aggressive deck. Maybe the Marauder. Giving creatures Intimidate is relevant late, and just having a creature early is relevant, and we know we're playing that color.
Right.
My fear is that if we grab this, or this, it'll end up we're not getting the picks. So I think going with the black card's better. And Sealock Monster's pretty good. That would be a reason to play blue.
Okay.
We're not seeing good green unless you're playing blue also.
Well, don't worry, somebody is.
I mean, someone's doing well right now. Horizon Scholar, that's 4/4 flyer. That's solid. Okay. So the best card here is Dauntless Onslaught. There are a couple red aggro cards, but we're probably not playing red. And the blue cards are very situational. I think we take Dauntless Onslaught.
Wow. These are just not good packs for us, dude.
No, it's...
We chose poorly.
Okay. Hopeful Eidolon. We could try to, like, play a third color or something. Hopeful Eidolon's really good. Dissolve, though, is okay.
Sure, sure.
It probably would be a better pick there. That's light Winged Seed Rider. And there's nothing else, so I'll take it. Okay. Here, I actually think Fleshmad Steve.
Impossible. It's worse than a bear.
But we have no 2-drops.
But it's worse than a bear. It is in fact like a bad bear.
But are we just conceding the fact that we're not doing anything till turn 3?
Well, go ahead and take it. What do I care? At least the match will be over quick.
I'll take the Scholar this time. We've seen some white. There's still some white coming around. So, we have a couple good blue cards, but we're not so deep in blue.
It's good that we're spreading out, though. We'll make sure we can play 4 colors or so.
I guess Vanquish Foul. I mean, what this tells me is that, well, it tells me we're doing a terrible job, but it tells me that if we see some really good white cards,
jump
like
on them.
Wingsteed Rider and Scholar and Dauntless Onslaught, all are giving us good. And I think there was another card that I hid. Oh, Ray of Disillusion,
which isn't
it's
bad.
Playable. The Wall is playable.
Mnemonic Wall.
Moronic Wall.
It's a moronic wall. Its wall is moronic. Can get the crap out of those gods. All right, this is our pack. This is the one that
Right.
turns it all around. The
Yeah.
last one.
You open a mythic rare that's worth something, and that way I can
At
trade
least,
it.
at least we aren't out to just entirely.
Yeah. There's a Planeswalker that's not on color. Okay.
He is a zombie warrior. He's known as the Murder King, you know.
So if we wanted to go blue, Vaporkin would be a thing. We know we're going black, so probably Farika's Cure is the best way.
But what of the Murder King?
The Murder King is not strong here.
But he's known as the Murder King.
Okay, I took the Cure. Ooh, Gorgon.
I have never seen that card work. It has always only ever been like a giant turd in our hand.
It is so good.
Yeah, but it's always sucks.
Yes, it has sucked for us. Often. Sip of Hemlock? Probably. I mean, Read the Bones would be the other.
Read the Bones!
Possibility, but
what the hell is Bob, anyway?
Well, I think he's
just ducking us. I think this whole baby thing is like a lie.
Yeah, an exaggeration at least. Did you have the baby? No, my wife did. So, I mean,
so are you chained by the balls to your house at this point?
we're willing to go to your basement.
Yeah.
But I'm not allowed down there anymore.
Huh. Come on, internet.
Triton we want to get rid of. So we have 6 playable white cards and 4 playable blue cards. And That's if we're playing. I mean, we're at 23 with some crappy cards there. We are pretty
heavily black.
Pretty heavy black, so Gray Merchant wouldn't be unreasonable. It's kind of a late fourth pick. Nissi and Asp surprises me, but I think Gray Merchant would be good in our deck, especially with some of these things with double black.
Oh yeah. Flashpad speed. Steed.
So what gives us a better chance to win? Like
choosing differently at the beginning.
I meant
who knew, right?
Out of blue and white.
Both. Gotta play both.
So you just play all these cards?
Yeah.
Even the Return Centaur? Because that's our win strategy. Mill them.
Make them die in a fire.
That's what we want, but I'm not sure it's our strategy. Okay. This is the pack where we decide what we're doing. We either take a second one of these, or we take the Shipwreck Singer. Shipwreck Singer can be just awesome, like forcing them to attack into your Sea Lock monster and die, or your Gorgon. This, if it's a long, drawn-out game and nothing's happening,
go with the Singer. I think there's a chance we get another Scholar.
Okay, and here...
God's willing.
God's willing for white, but we do have 2 black cards.
Baleful Idol.
Probably the Emissary. Emissary is pretty good. And ooh, there's a 2-drop. Goes in the black-blue deck.
All right.
That's enough to move me that direction. I don't maybe the Dark Betrayal, just because it's really good against us, and
yeah, probably.
Sure. And last breath.
Holy crap! He stole the shore.
He's like that. Okay, so are we playing any just like unplayable cards? Return Centaur isn't unplayable. It's not good. It's kind of same with the Raptor, but
at least the Raptor's first striking.
And I mean, there are certain decks where just a flyer wins it. Throw the mark on it to make it a 3/1. Look out.
It can kill many things.
We have the Cure to kill something early. We have Dissolve to buy some time.
We're gonna kill them with the band The Cure?
Yes.
Huh. Alright. That's an interesting concept. You almost died of the Cure during your college.
It's been done before. I have killed people with the Cure.
I had that poster hanging up on your wall.
Yeah.
I never got it though because it hung really high. I mean, it was like an inch from the ceiling in a 10-foot tall room. It was just super high. It was like you didn't want people looking at it, but you had to hang it.
What picture? I'm not sure.
You had that poster. It was in the little parlor, the room that we sometimes use as a TV room.
Okay.
That was off of the living room.
Okay.
And you turn, you had that big archway door. And you had this poster hung on the left-hand side of this room, like on that wall with the door. But it was like an inch, maybe 2 inches from the top of the room and all the way in the corner.
I think that there had been...
There was like a nail there already. You just put it on it.
That's one likely reason for it. But I think that was because there had been like CD towers in there. and so it was hung above that, and then we rearranged.
It's entirely feasible. All I know is that it was a really odd way of hanging a poster. I was like, yeah, there's my Cure poster, but it's too cool to be looked at.
Right. I'm not.
Don't judge it.
I'm not all in on that, so I hung it very high on the wall, out of sight.
Yeah, where people be like, huh, is this a statement?
Absolutely, it is. Okay. So what do we have? We have Cure, Read the Bones, Dissolve,
Read the Bones,
and Double Sip of Hemlock that we can get back with Demonic Wall. We have possibility of the Raptor, but we do have a lot of 4 drops and we're at 15 creatures. I think we definitely want the Unicorn.
I agree.
Do we want Thassa's Bounty? Like, I've seen, it's not frequently played, but I've seen it played. And
yeah,
I mean, drawing 3 cards is never...
Card draw is never bad.
Yeah, it's never a bad thing. I feel like we don't have enough instants and sorceries to...
justify the Demonic Wall.
To make the wall really worth it. And then we'd just be getting back 1 card, whereas this, for 1 more, we're getting 3 cards.
And they lose 3. Or we do.
Right.
6 cards out. Just that much closer to being milled.
Why are you doing that to yourself?
Well, our goal is to mill ourselves before you have a chance to kill us. That's the way we win. Yep. And by win, I mean lose. But it's our only hope.
It's called a win condition. No, it's not.
It is. It's a win condition. It's a moral victory. So you're just throwing money away. At this point, it looks like.
Not just at this point. We're 100 episodes in of throwing money away. So, we'll see you in round 1.
Sweet.